As we are coming up to celebrate autumn equinox, I want to take a little bit of time to explore the importance of embracing cycles, various different cycles, including cycles in nature and within our life journey, and invite you to honor and celebrate autumn equinox itself. Within the Northern Hemisphere, the autumn equinox happens between the 20th and 23rd of September. And this is really important because if you live in Southern Hemisphere, you will be celebrating autumn equinox in March. So context is really important here. The word equinox comes from a Latin word meaning equal night. And equinoxes are accepted as the festivals within the cycle of nature, sometimes called the wheel of the year. And these are the times where the day and night become more or less equal in length all over the world. And they are roughly 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. This is an important point within our year because we're shifting from summer months, from a lot of daylight, a lot of warm weather, or at least that's what we're expecting in the summertime, to have warm, hot weather. And then we're shifting into the darker, colder nights and days. And so many of us, the way that we live our lives, are disconnected from this natural rhythm. And it's so important to acknowledge that that disconnection can lead to many different problems and challenges on a very beginning from very physical level to the mental level, emotional level, the relationships, definitely our energy levels, because cycles are the natural rhythm that govern many aspects of life, from the smallest cellular processes to the grand patterns of the cosmos and the planets and the life around us. It's so important to understand that those very cycles are a fundamental part of how the world is shaped. And because we are part of that world, how they shape us as well. And when we think about the autumn equinox, it invites us to really look at balance, the quality and the level of balance within our life, within our well-being, within our relationship, within the commitments that we have, the commitment that we made to others and to ourselves, and how we work and how we show up. For me, it's a really wonderful time that offers us that invitation to pause and really turn inward and reflect. The cycles are also really amazing because recognizing and understanding cycles can help us to connect and embrace various different insights, including our reflections and our understanding of the impermanence of life, and also the interconnectedness of everything. And this is what I love the most about working with cycles, this embracing of systems thinking, this embracing of understanding that everything exists as it is interconnected with other things, and also exists within the context. That when we start embracing that cyclical nature of existence, we know that change is a natural part of life, and that many of our challenges are temporary and they will change. We know that if we are suffering, this suffering will change over time. And we know that there is a rhythm to life. And that's something that I work a lot with in my own reflective practice and the way within my somatic practices, the way that I take care of myself and my needs, and the way that I work with my clients. And, within within the trainings that I facilitate, within the trauma-informed yoga teacher training, and within trauma-informed somatic teacher and coach for women training certification, we explore those cycles a lot, because we are part of life, and the cycles and the cyclical nature is all around us. And many cultures and spiritual traditions view those cycles as a source of innate wisdom and guidance. This attuning to those natural cycles can lead to really deeper connection with nature, a much deeper connection with yourself, a deeper understanding of your needs within the context of nature and the cycles, and also a deeper connection with the whole of life and the universe. And it can help us to understand what's in balance and harmony and what's out of balance, and what do we need to pay attention to. And, by embracing those cycles, we learn how to flow with life changes rather than resist them, rather than deny them, or actively work against them even. One of those examples is the changes within our body. So in the training, we talk a lot about cycles as cycles within the nature, and we explore different cycles that come up that we are part of. But we also talk a lot about different stages and seasons of the life within the woman's lifespan. And within our society, this transition time, this changing process of women's body and women's appearance and women's needs, and productivity, all of those things that come with the transition, definitely moving from the summer of our life as women to more into the autumn phase, something that I am experiencing myself right now. This is not encouraged. In fact, our society reinforces this kind of denial of aging and preventing it as much as possible. And it can get very twisted and very out of balance, with women and men paying a lot of money to have plastic surgery, to change the shape of their bodies, sometimes risking their life to be able to do that. And for me, that's really taking out of balance, taking it very much out of balance. And that's something that Autumn Equinox is really inviting us to do. Really go on this soul inquiry, this reflective process where we can start asking ourselves what's in balance or what's in harmony within our lives, and what feels out of balance, out of harmony, what feels even to the point that maybe some things feel really twisted and very unhealthy. And once we know what feels in balance and in harmony and what doesn't feel in balance and harmony, then we can start asking ourselves, how can we bring more balance and harmony within our lives? How can we honor this season of shifting from summer into autumn? How can we slow down a little bit over the coming months? So when we go into winter solstice, we're not absolutely spent and absolutely exhausted and overwhelmed. This is why so many of us struggle in January and February. That's why, said seasonal affective disorder is so prevalent. It's often not because there is less sun, although that is definitely a part of it, but it's also because we've been as busy for those colder, darker months, and so busy preparing for celebrations of Christmas and New Year, that we haven't taken care of our needs and we haven't slowed down as the nature is inviting us to do. And when we hit the Christmas time and New Year and shift into January, we don't have anything else to give. Our cup is empty. We are running on empty, and it takes a while to then recover from that overwhelm, from the burnout, from exhaustion, and be able to embrace the spring when it comes. And so this is something that I learned myself with my own health, with my own well-being, with my own energy and focus over the last few years. As I am shifting into the autumn of my life, I will be 50 next week. I am celebrating this midpoint of really embracing now the changes within my body and listening to what my inner wisdom is telling me, what my body is telling me. It's daily practice of embodied listening, the somatic practices that allow me to tune in, to notice what's going on for me and what do I need and how I can meet my needs in an empowered way. It really are helping me to notice that as we're shifting into September, I don't have as much energy as I used to have. I used to be able to ramp it up and go really all in September and October. And this year, I'm feeling a call to slow down. I'm feeling a whispering from my body and from my soul to just take it a little bit easier, to allow myself a bit more space, a bit more time. And that means, also letting go of certain things and giving myself a longer periods of time to meeting the deadlines and completing projects. So one of the practices that you can do as you're celebrating Autumn Equinox is to allow yourself to take time to create maybe an altar with some candles and some flowers and some objects that really come up for you when you think about autumn and autumn equinox, things that really help you to feel grateful, and creating your own ritual around it, where you can do some meditation or some movement, where you can do some journaling. Maybe you can tune in into the things and honor the things that you feel grateful for. Maybe you can acknowledge fully things that are really you can celebrate because they brought the harvest for you. You've been working on things for quite a long time, and now you're celebrating the fruits of it. Maybe honoring the transition within your body and honoring where you are at and what it is that you need to do. How can you best nourish your body, your whole soma, your psyche, your soul? What is your soul asking of you as we're shifting into the colder and darker months? So there is quite a lot in here that you can do, and you can make it your own. Rituals are so amazing because they create a sacred space. So making it special. I love using candles. I love using my wonderful notebook. I like using a really warm blanket, having some nice tea, and just taking a little bit of time that is uninterrupted, the space for myself to tune within, to say that gratitude, to connect with things that I am so grateful for, and also really acknowledge those whispers from my soul and from my soma of saying, letting me know what I need to let go of. And that's something that hasn't been easy for me, and you might relate to that. I really struggled with it. It's like, I'm really great to bring more stuff and commit to more stuff, and not so good to, in saying, this is too much, I have to postpone it, I have to kind of do it later when I have got a little bit more time. But this is a really wonderful practice. And if you're a woman like me who is going through that transition, you are in perimenopause or menopause, you know how important it is to listen to those whispers from within your body. And also, if you're a younger woman, going through those cycles of your menstrual cycles within the monthly rhythm, there is time within that month and within your cycle that you need to step back, that you need to really look after yourself and your needs. You need to go within in a bit more reflective way, and it's a really good way to look after yourself and to honor those cycles that we are part of. And so I'd like to invite you to really think about how you can honor the cycles and how you can honor autumn equinox right now. And really understanding that autumn is a really wonderful season. I mean, I love autumn because I'm an autumn baby. I really, really love it. But autumn can also bring those mixed emotions around nostalgia or uncertainty. And there is that need for self-reflection and really letting go of no longer serves you and adapting to change and reflecting on the progress that you made and where you are within that transition. As you move forward, how can you look after yourself best in a best way to meet your needs? Because ultimately, that's what's really important. The self-care, honoring the cycles, living more within the rhythm and the pace of nature, and honoring your cycles and prioritizing your self-care is not about this selfish kind of stuff of, I'm having a bath, or I'm number one and I don't care about anybody else. It's really understanding that it all starts with you. All change starts with you. All growth starts with you. All healing starts with you. And that really, when you prioritize self-care, when you look after yourself, when you connect with yourself, you look after yourself, you meet your own needs, whether through nurturing inner resources, working with nervous system regulation, healing your own trauma, prioritizing your growth and connection, or whether it is within the process of co-regulation and asking for support and offering support to others. That self-care is a priority, is the foundation for you to be able to do your work within the world. It is a foundation for you to love and support your loved ones, people that you really care about. It's the foundation and the priority for when you want to make positive impact within your community and the world. Without you taking care of yourself first, so you are recharged, you are connected, you come from this stable, grounded, present, compassionate space, it's much harder to make that positive change within your community and the world. It's much harder to show up for your loved ones and support them when they're feeling low, or share their love and inspiration and enthusiasm and play and create and connect with each other. It's much harder to keep showing up and keep supporting others, keep doing your work. So really think about your self-care as a way of taking care of yourself and taking care of others. It's not this exclusion, one or the other. Like, I either take care of everybody else or I take care of myself. It's the way of taking care of myself so I can take care of everybody else. I take care of everybody, and that includes myself as well. And so I hope that I've given you a little bit of inspiration and invitation to celebrate this autumn equinox in a way that feels right for you. Um, one of the ways that we do it, and we've done it over the centuries, it's to come together in circles. It's to come together to celebrate. And I'm quite happy because within our current cohort of trauma-informed somatic teacher and coach training certification, as part of every module, we have got embodied wisdom circle. And this weekend, we have it on Sunday. So we will be coming together. We will be celebrating autumn. We've just done a lot of work around archetypes. So we're going to be bringing all of that, really letting go or softening certain archetypes or acknowledging how they show up within our lives, and then inviting other archetypes that we want to be more present within our identity, within our somatic wisdom, within our being, and within our lives and work. And so celebrate autumn equinox, share it with others, create space for this wonderful energy and this important part within the cycle of year and cycle of nature. And I wish you a really good day. Take care for now.